All right, everyone, hello. Welcome back to the 20th Anniversary Monster Hunter Countdown. Up next, 157, Shogun Ceanataur. First appearance, Monster Hunter Dose. It's the Crab update. He's been in a lot of games. I guess he skipped most of 3rd gen, but otherwise he's been, like, kind of all over the place. Interesting monster. It usually has, like, some amazing gear for handicraft and razor sharp. Freedom Unite especially is, like, unbelievable how much of his gear you'll use. More so Terra Shogun Ceanataur, but still normal Shogun Ceanataur is up there. Can't say I love the appearance of the armor. I get what they're going for. I just personally don't. I think it's the helmet. I don't get what I'm supposed to be looking at in terms of the helmet here. That's okay. It's kind of a classic. Set in Master Rank in Rise is going to give us Grinder S. We talked about that. If you want to get more stats on that skill, go back to the Ibushi. Basically, it multiplies your sharpness multiplier. Which is like, huh? What? Really weak to Thunder. Head is one of the best Thunder hit zones in the game, if not the series. Really weak to Para. Really weak to Sleep, too. If you're trying to break the back in order to expose his weak spot. I don't know what they call that thing. We'll look at it later. But overall, I mean, I enjoyed this fight. It's fun with Longsword because, you know, he really telegraphs his attacks, and Longsword, of course, has a lot of counters in this game, so that's fun. Bleed status is in this game. It works, I think. It's a little bit different than some of the older games. I don't know. Maybe it's exactly the same. As you move, if you have the bleed status, your bleed bar gets larger and larger. And then if you take a hit, you lose all of that health. Or if you eat meat, or in this case, a gourmet fish, you then recover that health. It's just treated as red health. So it's an interesting thing. It's always fun running around as you're bleeding, just bleeding all over the place. Status itself came from Seregios. That was like his big addition to the series. He's probably not going to show up for a while. We are going to try and... I think we end up breaking one of his claws, which is fine. I don't think his claws are necessarily like an exclusive break there. Some games, though, you really got to go for them. Likewise, breaking the back as well. Sometimes you get some kind of helpful breaks that you need. Again, Rise, the newer games are a lot more generous. They're not nearly as... restrictive in terms of requiring you to specifically break things. A lot of more things show up under quest rewards. You also seem to just generally get more quest rewards. And that's on top of, like, you know, investigations and stuff. Oh. Oh my. Oh. There it is. It's quite a treat whenever you get that out. You know, in Generations Ultimate, there's a weird bug where if you break his back, he gets into this weird AI routine where he constantly, like, dives and tries to run out of zones. I don't know, if you ever had that happen before, let me know in the comments, but it's definitely a thing that I've noticed in GU. In this run, we don't see too much water spraying out of him. I don't know how often he does that in Rise. In other games, a lot of times, he likes to hop up on the ceiling and start spraying at you. I think it's maybe a little bit more to a benefit of making him more claw-focused rather than spray-focused. Leave the spraying to Hermitar. And kind of gives them a little bit more of a identity. Enjoy the soaring kick. I think it's nice that your Helmbreaker, Helm Splitter, whatever we call it, is on a little bit of a limit in Rise relative to just being able to spam it infinitely like it was in World. It feels a little bit more like a better trade-off for how strong that move is. Ceanataur Cortex, thicker than normal Ceanataur bone. High-quality material demands a master craftsman. Heavy Ceanataur leg. An extremely thick Shogun Ceanataur leg. The shape is perfect for making weapons. And you're kind of a perfect monster, Shogun. I mean, I'm glad they brought him forward. I hope they keep bringing him forward. Weird crabs and bugs are my jam. I love them in every game. Thank you, Shogun Ceanataur. Up next, Banburo. He's pretty neat, too. Look forward to it. Just as I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I love you. Goodbye.